for the work in this space. If you do some training, some early training with employees and supervisors and managers on this change curve, you can start to do some surveys, right? Perhaps you have some sort of meeting with new information. Right at the end of that meeting, I may ask a few key questions that are going to determine where are they along this curve, right? Where are they? So that's a way for me to understand, are they kind of moving, right? I gave them some information, hopefully they reacted to it, right? Measuring their level of confidence. Is it, right? We talked about trust and confidence being very equitable words in the keynote this morning. How confident are you that you're going to be successful? Right? What a great question to ask, and perhaps you start to track that over time. My gut says at the beginning it's going to be low. As they get more information, it's going to increase. As they go to training, they're probably feeling pretty good. Maybe they have a blip, right? Maybe they kind of go, oh, right, kind of go backwards for a period of time. But once they're in there doing it, their confidence level starts to increase. So you see that baseline increasing in a positive trajectory because you've been giving them information, you've been involving them, right? You've been actively managing their change process. Yeah, it's a good question. So basically, if something kind of big happens, right, that was unplanned, at one point you know you're in trouble and you should go back and reassess. I think when that unplanned event happens is when you should reassess, right? When unplanned events happen, a major individual in the organization leaves, a new acquisition is announced, that likely is going to have some impacts and bearing on the project that perhaps maybe you're in charge of or a key stakeholder of. One, first understand sort of what does that mean to the project? What kind of impact might that have, right? And then in the spirit of communication, make that transparent, right? Talk about it. Don't ignore it, because if you ignore it, right, folks are likely going to slide right back. So definitely build it in, understand what does this mean for this project and this work? Might it have some consequence or impact? And if so, okay, we might need to re-engineer what we were planning on doing to adapt for that. Yeah, these things aren't constant, right? Like it's not a, you do it once, I put a plan together. I work with a lot of project managers and they're like, Beth, give me your work breakdown structure in Microsoft Project. And I'm like, oh, this is the dance that I love. Okay, I can give it to you. It will change 1,000 times. Because I'm going to say, right, I'm going to plan for something unexpected is going to happen, and then I'm going to have to turn left versus right. I thought I was going right, but now I'm going to have to turn left. That's the world of change. When you're managing change, it is not a plan and you're going to, right, step by step. You're going to put a plan in place, because if you don't have anything, it happens by accident, but you're going to continuously tweak it, continuously go back to it, right? And that's why we do these assessments over time, to understand where people are. Yeah, I love that dance. That's my favorite dance. Let's see, utilization. So how do we know folks are utilizing kind of whatever change? You can ask employees, you can do feedback, employee feedback, you can observe, right? You can kind of do on-site job observation, right? And kind of, watching, do side-by-side site visits. How do you measure proficiency? Again, I think this goes to error rates. One of the things that I look for in a system implementation, kind of right out the boot, is how many questions is going to the IT help desk, right? Again, I'm going to expect a spike, but if that doesn't start to level off, then we have a retraining problem, right? We got to go back, and clearly we have something that's pretty system-wide, whether that's error rates, whether that's IT help desk calls, right? There's ways typically, processes that already exist within your organizations that can be indicators or flags to you to go, oh, right, we have an ongoing problem that's bigger than a person. Is it an anomaly, or is it more of a system-wide issue? So those are just some ideas. I want you to